It's my birthday, and for my birthday, I'm giving you a present. If you buy a 1-hour reading between now and May 9th, that's my birthday, I'll give you a free 30-minute follow-up until May 9th. So order one today at soulmart.me. Soul Garden. Hello producers, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host of the universe, Christopher Witecki. And don't forget, birthday Taurus, we've got a big birthday surprise for you at soulgarden.me, the most loving space on the internet, as well as a whole staff of writers and bull support. Come down and celebrate your birthday. Make a little place in our pasture. That way, if shift hits the fan, at least we can get a hold of you. Now it's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's my birthday. I'm throwing a happy birthday reading special just to celebrate me. And I hope you're celebrating you too. This is a very big year for the Tauruses, as Jupiter is going to quantify and multiply your will. You are expanding your ego anyways. That's what you do every year on your birthday, an upgrade to the ego consciousness. Ego being the part of our soul represents us and is a necessary part in one of the 12 states of awareness, our ego state of awareness. This is the part that takes action. So it is the part of your life where if you don't mean action, you will now, right? And with Jupiter in this space, this year, once every 12 years, this is it for you, you're going to go by leaps and bounds as far as what your will claims. What you are claiming is your territory. So it's a big building period. The good news is Jupiter ensures there will be money to pay for it. So you can go back really to, actually it was 2000 when the last time Jupiter was in this space. Now, up until now, in Chapter 1, you've been removing really the old ego structure. Whatever you built in 2001, you are taking down now. That was a different time. There were different battles, different wars, different agendas on your plate. Here you are, once again, only now, what kind of armor are you going to construct? What's going to be your doggy? That's what I call your ego. It's a little doggy that protects you in the castle. So as we start on Monday, you're holding space for what you're not anymore. Those old battles gone, those old representations of yourself gone, or at least turning your back on them, and manifesting what you want to go forward at this point. By the afternoon, Chiron is ruling the day, so we'll give you the opportunity to restore integrity, healing to your ego. If you took some dents to your armor, you can start to restore and heal that part of your ego. And the soul pyramid is in effect all week. Now this is giving you rapid growth. It epicenters from your birthday and ego, your will, what you see yourself as in the world. But as you expand this, your personal dreams move forward. Love stories move forward. Heart-enabled truth moves forward. So your heart does move forward by expanding your ego. You're going to find that in some cases, your own ego has been what's held you back from your inner child's success. And at the top of it, belief structure. An old life purpose is dying. A new life purpose is born. This is different than when 2001 hit. You did not have a life purpose dying and being born then. Now you have an entire life purpose dying underneath the seams of this old ego, this old fighter in you. So interesting day there. The moon in Leo does mean it's a nesting and resting day, so Monday will be a low energy day where your emotions actually need support more than anything, but that will shift in the next 24 hours. So let's go to Tuesday. On Tuesday, it is a Jupiter ruled day by the end. In the morning, it's still more healing, it's still more bringing back integrity, finding integrity, etc. The moon does move into Virgo, and your inner child might have a little bit of a temper tantrum as emotions hit your inner child. So you may want to go weak in the knees and just kind of collapse when you're not happy about something. Or your inner child might burst forward with that Martian energy and be announced, or use the energy to get what you want or race after what you want. But the ultimate goal of the day is to expand your options. See unlimited possibilities, not just one way to skin a cat. And if you can learn more about cats, well then you can learn more about skinning them. You know, one time a viewer hated me using that, so if I offend you, I'm sorry. But the point is, it is time to look at other alternatives for how you put yourself out there, how you defend yourself, how you would do it differently than you would have decided to do in 2000. right? And with Jupiter right here on the horizon, don't worry, God Universe is going to pay your bills, is what this is basically saying. Now, Wednesday, not so much fun. Something won't go right. It will be a bit of a breakdown. You might get tempted into a fight you didn't mean to get into, which exposes a character flaw or ego flaw on your part, or something you might want to brush up on. Something you had hopes for as far as visual or the way you present yourself might not go necessarily as planned. You're certainly going to be trigger happy, but a lot of it really is these two lines. These are oppositions. These are actually going on the entire week. This is a stress under the seams all week long. But I think on Wednesday, it's feeling the worst due to Uranus breaking down. On the one hand, you have Neptune in Pisces, which is your pull to do and be who you're supposed to be in society. Your pull to be among the right people. Your pull to just do the right thing out in the world. But what's opposing that is your inner child has its own agenda of what it wants, and it wants it now, says Mars. So you're trying to stay cool in the world, but also surrender to what your inner child is wanting now and without patience. And on the other side, you've got Saturn in Libra, which is forcing you to have a balanced lifestyle and not let things get too out of whack, opposing Mercury, which is still in Aries, still thinking about where your faith is, whether or not you should have faith, can you have faith. This is residue from last month, but it's faith versus reality on one side, and it is society versus inner child on the other. Not fun, kind of stormy weather. Point is, though, somewhere your ego is going to slip and you're going to get to rock bottom of what you're dealing with, or you're going to get to the bottom of a particular issue that you've been dealing with. Now, those of you who are watched over by the Guardian Agency, I'll be sending out personal with texts on Wednesday that'll help you get to the bottom of how to get moving. I know that's important to Tauruses. Let's not stay and worry too much. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to help you get moving according to your natal chart and your date of birth if you're watched over by GA. On Thursday, things are cloudy, but not so bad. The moon is still in Virgo, so, the moon moves into Libra. Sorry about that. The moon moves into Libra, so emotions do hit the body in the sense of whatever you've been feeling, it becomes very real on Thursday. So there's this real feeling going on. But Mercury is going to allow you to think yourself out of the situation. Let's not forget it's your birthday. So out of all the 12 signs having the breakdown on Wednesday, you have the most investment, Jupiter and the Sun. So you have the most to go out and try. It's a day of finding the solution, maybe having a communication. Just be careful with the moon moving out of inner child into Libra, that suddenly things will feel very real. All right, so take care of your body. Might have to go do a run or hit the gym on Thursday. Now, if you need some extra help, don't forget, we are here for you at soulgarden.me with office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm advertising a free thing. Okay? And it's free for you. Come talk to our practitioners. They're on webcam. They'll give you 15 minutes and answer any question you want. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 Pacific Standard or 2 Eastern, or that's 7 in London, if you'd like to know. All right, I have a quick break. When I come back, your Happy Friday dance and a full moon in the House of Romance after this. Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello producers and welcome back. Thanks for sticking around after the commercial, and that brings us to Friday, a birthday Friday. Happy birthday, by the way, if I haven't said enough. Mine's coming up. I bet yours is too. On Friday, it won't be such a bad day. You will have to take some responsibility for your emotions in the moment on Friday as the moon crosses over Saturn here. That means responsibility meets feelings. You might feel a little out of balance. You really are still struggling to keep your lifestyle in balance. 2 more months of that. Oh, gosh. I report on that in Act 2, but finally I can't wait till my life gets in balance again. But at the other side, we have Venus. Venus bringing love, creativity, the ability to restore balance and order. So really, it's a perfect day for restoring balance to your life. And the Sun is literally starting to sit on Jupiter now in conjunct, which means you're starting to get the resources and energy and optimism that will bring you through this whole moment of growth. Lots of challenges, but also lots of resources. Now on Saturday we have a full moon in Scorpio, which hits you in the house of relationships. So sentiment, romance, being drawn in that feeling very much like you don't want to be alone in the world, or you want it to be more fair in the world. Both really count. So you might be manifesting this all in marriage issue, or you might be manifesting a lot of this in just life isn't fair and it should be. But you are super emotional, full moon, about how it should be more balanced, either between you and someone else or you in the whole world. It should be more balanced. Now, what does that inspire you to do? Well, that's what a whole full moon is about. Make changes on the soul capital side, or on the capital awareness side, where you run the whole story. So if you are wanting things to be fair and justice to be served, you're going to have to change the way your ego or doggy does business. How it goes out, how it represents, when it defends, what it fights for, what it doesn't fight for, does it lick or not lick a stranger. That's what it's all about. Right? Now, Neptune rules the day on Saturday, so in this full moon, listen to your guidance. You will be guided to the answer if you listen, which is really nice. I'm grateful. Thanks, Goddess. You know, we don't always get a Neptune ruled full moon, which means the universe is helping us as much as it can. Now, on Sunday, we start with Neptune in the day, so it's still a very spiritual morning on Sunday. Good time to log into your higher self. But at the end of the day, Saturn ruling, which means it's time to commit. Commit to what your ego is not going to fight anymore, for one, but definitely looks like it will. And you won't have clarity. It is you just standing in what you know and letting your intuition help you make that decision, pointing in that direction. You don't have to fully commit until chapter 3 at the end of the transit. Notice a break from the soul pyramid for a few days. That's because we're waiting for Mercury to come in here and take the sun's place to connect to Pluto and Mars. So we have some slowing down of life in the beginning of next week, which is a much needed rest, really, considering how fast the universe has been rolling. But the sun is on top of Jupiter and grows every day. So you are growing fast enough in Taurus to not want to bring these sides anyways. And the moon in Scorpio does give you a second day of romance, sentiment, or relationship connection as you're making your decision to what you commit to. All right, my birthday bull, that's all I have for now, but I will be back in 7 days with more. Until then, live, love, be.